and co-director of government relations with the Zionist Organization of America. Thank you for joining us today on our Advocacy Day mission to Washington, D.C. I wanted to discuss with you, just very briefly, some of our effective principles of lobbying to prepare yourself for the upcoming schedule. We're going to cover in a later video the two issues at hand, but right now I just wanted to focus your attention on, in your packets, ZOA's 10 Commandments of Effective Lobbying. Really, these are just common sense protocol, but need to be rigorously adhered to. It's the most effective way of having impact and getting our points across. First and foremost, you have to be punctual. This is a business-like environment. Schedules are very tight, ours and theirs. We have to be on time. If at any point we think we're going to be late, it behooves the group leader to contact the office and let them know in advance. Look for cues from your group leader. This is the role of the person who will effectively be running the agenda, and basically look for their cues as to who's talking too long, who should talk next. It's good if you have a moment right before the meeting just to discuss and make sure everyone's on the same page. Ultimately, what we want to get across to the office is that we are unified in our talking points and we're all there on message. Speaking of on message, we want to stick to the talking points. The talking points have been crafted to most effectively deliver the message of the ZOA, which means we don't want to riff jazz-like, no matter how wonderful our insights may be. We don't want to go off on a tangent with related but different issues, nor do we want to talk about pet issues or areas of concern that are not part of our agenda. Here you represent ZOA, you don't represent yourself, you represent ZOA. So we want to stay focused and make sure that we all have the same message. You want to set a good tone, you want to be courteous, you want to be polite. Again, this is supposed to be a business-like environment. Common sense really is what dictates here. Likewise, because this is a business-like environment, meeting with staff is as essential, sometimes more so, than meeting with the member of Congress. The staff are the experts in-house, as it were, who are going to brief the member, who are going to maintain the file, who are going to make sure that the member is on point. Convincing the staff member is incredibly important. Building that relationship is incredibly important. Whoever you meet with today, make certain to treat them with the utmost respect. On that level, we want to make sure that the discourse is always civil. Again, business-like environment. This is just common sense. There should be no raised voices, there should be no shouting. Obviously, the attire needs to be appropriate to a business environment. The group leader should make sure that everyone stays in line in this way. Again, no raised voices, no name calling, no ad hominems, nothing of that sort. We're representing the ZOA. We, as proud Zionist Jews, need to make sure that we put the very best foot forward. Now, that said, we do want to ask for commitments. This is business-like environment. You want to ask them firmly to support our positions. Doesn't mean that they will, certainly not right off the bat, but we ask anyway. That allows us then to follow up with them at the end of the session. So after your meeting is gone, once you go back home, you want to issue a thank you to the staffer or the member of Congress you met with, and that's your opportunity to follow up and ask for commitments. Make sure that they're talking regularly with ZOA's representatives on the Hill. Thank you for your time and attention.